Good afternoon, everyone. What if I told you that all of us sitting here, you, me, everyone here, are extremely lazy and extremely greedy people? So think about it, right? So today, if you want to get fit, you want to lose weight, what is the good thing to do? The good thing to do is hit the gym, go to the gym, sleep well, eat well, live a very disciplined life, right? And you will not get results tomorrow immediately. It will take months, sometimes years. So, over a longer term, with a disciplined approach, you can get that. Today, more and more, when I see people, what are they doing? If you want to lose weight, go on a crash diet. Some people are getting surgeries to look better, right? You are having medicines to quicken the process of losing weight. And a few days back, I heard something called Ozempic. Have you all heard about it? Ozempic? Yeah, that also you need to lose weight, right? So, what are we doing? We're looking for shortcuts. We're always looking for shortcuts. And by looking for shortcuts, just makes us lazy. We cannot control our urges. We don't mind taking, we don't mind short-term gain, but over the long term, we don't know if it's going to pain us. But the sustainable to it is to actually hit the gym, do the responsible things, and discipline things. So that's about being lazy. About greedy. What if I offer everyone here a 10-inch pizza and a 14-inch pizzas, and I tell you all that, boss, this is all the same price. You can get a 10-inch, 14-inch, same price. Only catch is you can't take it back home. You have to eat everything here only. I think most people will take the 14-inch pizza, even can't finish it, there'll be a lot of wastage. Or some people will be like, oh yeah, I got the 14-inch pizza, let me just eat how much I can. And probably you will get an upset stomach or you'll overeat or any of that. Right? So that makes us greedy. We want more and more. We just want more and more. Sometimes we cannot control our urges. We take more risk than it's required. And because we become greedy, because we are lazy, it's leading us to a world where we live in an era of instant gratification. We cannot control our urges. We don't have the discipline to stay for the longer term. We want everything fast here and now. Think about it, yeah. I mean, a lot of people now, if you want knowledge, the first what we used to do, we used to read books. You read the book end to end, read a lot of books. But a lot of people today they go to Twitter and they want all the information in 140 characters, right? There are AI tools today which will give you book summaries or it will make you give you your you don't need to do anything today. And that unfortunately is the instant gratification. So the greed or the knowledge or the content we want to consume is the greed, but we want it in extra quick time. So that's the world we are living in. It's an Insta world, it's an Instagram world, it's an instant noodles world. You want 2 minutes instant noodles, you want 1 minute reels. So our thing is getting smaller and smaller. Our attention span is getting smaller and smaller. Take the field of cricket, five-day test match, T overs, 20 over T20s, and now we're getting T10s also. Because we get bored very easily. We want new and new things. And that unfortunately is also happening in the field of finance. So to make money or to be good investors, you have to have a disciplined approach. You have to have a long-term view about things. You cannot just make money overnight. No wealthy person has made money overnight. They had gone to the grind and they've done it in a disciplined way and they've made sustainable wealth there. Today, people want to get rich. And more people, the younger generation, older generation, everyone has started to speculate more. They want to become day traders. And a lot of them have become. 99% of the volumes on the exchanges today are of futures and option. And why is that so? Because people cannot wait. They don't have the patience. They cannot. The instant gratification they need. Because if you're a dictator or speculator, at the end of the day, you will know you made money or you've not lost. You've not made money. Whereas me, a mutual fund guy, saying that was you have to wait for 5-7 years and then you will make money. I don't think so many people have patience today. Unfortunately, that's what's happening. So the inability to delay gratification is the primary reason for economic failure in life. Simply put, if people cannot hold their urges, and simply put, they are not disciplined. By the way, this is my father and the owner and the founder of our company, Mr. Parikh, just in case you were wondering who that is. So, I am. Thank you. So you must be thinking, this guy, we thought he'll come talk about finance, talk about numbers, Excel. But unfortunately, the markets, when you're making decisions, or the market, it only works on sentiments of people. And the sentiments of people are nothing but the behavior of a large amount of people. And how is behavior formed? Behavior is formed by habits, right? I mean, look at this picture. If you wake up early, sleep early, wake up early, you eat good home cook meals, you exercise. The next day you have more energy, you're more efficient in what you do, you're more focused. Similarly, in the world of investing, what are the good habits to have? Is to save regularly, invest regularly, have a SIP going where you are doing it in a disciplined manner. You're investing. You make a financial plan and stick to your asset allocation. These are good habits to have, and over time, you will definitely do well. Contrary, if you have bad behaviors formed by bad habits, in this picture, you can see you eat junk food, you stay at night, you consuming social media till 3, 4 in the morning. The next day, you're not really have so much energy. You're not very efficient. And similarly, in the field of investments, what happens is that what are the bad habits? That you're just buying things on tips. You're looking at someone on social media, some influencer who's peddling his own stuff, and you're following them blindly. And even if you have a plan or a financial plan, what you're doing is you're not really sticking to it. Just because some asset class has gone up, you overextend yourself there. You don't stick to your plan. So these are the bad behaviors that are there, and which create not a good experience for people. So what are the elements that trigger our behavior? I already spoke about this greed, but I'll just give you an example what greed is. Last couple of years must have known that small cap stocks are just going up and up and up, right? It's just been one way traffic. I know so many people, and small cap is supposed to be only about 15-20% maybe of your portfolio. But today that's 90% of people's portfolio. Why? Because they are seeing, oh, the prices are rising, they want to overextend themselves there. So they cannot hold their urges, they make impulsive decisions, may take too much risk, and they go overboard on one thing. And when that bursts, people are left with a big loss. So be aware that your greed doesn't take over your decision making. FOMO, everyone knows. I think FOMO, fear of missing out, everyone knows. Let's step aside of finance, and this happened a couple of days back. So, we were having this Coldplay concerts, right? Bombay and Ahmedabad and stuff like that. A few people. And those buggers had no clue about Coldplay. I mean, they had tickets to go to Coldplay, but they had no clue. So I'm like, okay, what are the 2 or 3 songs of Coldplay? They had no clue. I'm like, why are you going there? He's like, because tomorrow when I wake up, I don't want to see Instagram and people having fun, and I have missed out on that. So that's the bloody FOMO, right? I mean, people have FOMO all over. Again, in the investing world, a lot of people are buying stuff because, oh, my friend made money, my panwala made money, my neighbor made money, so I will also follow. Why should I be left out, right? I mean, I will also follow. And that's unfortunate, because when you invest out of FOMO, you're actually investing when things are already higher. Your risk to reward ratio is not in your favor. And let me also tell you one secret, yeah. Nobody talks about their losses, or everyone only talks about their winners. Nobody talks about their losers, because talking about losers is embarrassing, yeah. So I know people who have a stock portfolio where 90% is all in loss, but there's 1 or 2 stocks which are doing well. He goes to a cocktail party and he's like, Arey, I've bought this stock. I mean, I've made this much money on it. And people are like, wow, what a great guy. Let's follow him. So be careful who you follow. So, and it's better to do your own homework in some of these things. Overconfidence, very strong last 3-4 years. Markets are obviously rallied and overconfidence is very high. Overconfidence is like somebody going to a casino, making money a couple of times. First 2-3 times he gets lucky, he makes money. He's like, boss, I'm the greatest. I can beat the casino. You overestimate your abilities. You overestimate your abilities to do things. Unfortunately, the markets also today, that's what's happening. Unfortunately, a lot of people are giving up their studies. They are giving up their 9 to 5 job because they have got lucky making little money by trading or speculating in the stock market, which is a very dangerous trend, because they can get you overconfident, and you've probably taken such a big risk that if things go wrong in the markets, you are left with nothing. So, okay, I've spoken about greed and FOMO and overconfidence and all. So, what do we do about it? How do we become better decision makers about this? So, there's something called biases. Biases is nothing but the shortcut that the human brain takes to make decision. Now, we all are prone to all kinds of biases. And you can just think about when I'm going to talk about it, what are the biases that come to your mind when I talk about it? Or what are the examples that come to your mind? So, understanding your biases is very important. If we can overcome even a couple of those biases, if we make a couple of better decisions in our life, I think it can take us places. So, I'll talk about a few biases. Availability bias. Listen, you go on social media, you're interested in a particular subject, and you search for a couple of articles on that subject. What happens? You're bombarded, right, with the same kind of information, same kind of subject matter, same kind of theories, and you think that is the correct thing. You just make you make your decision based on that. Markets have fallen for the last 1 week. Today, all the articles of today, everything is negative, blood on the street, blah, blah, blue, blue. 2 months back, the same thing was extremely positive, right? So people know what to do. Media knows how to do that. And so don't take decisions only on this one little small thing. The better thing is to do is take everything overall. Take all the information that's available. Don't take information which is recent, frequent, and extreme. You will probably make a bad decision. Confirmation bias. You see, people don't want to hear your opinion. They want to hear their opinions coming out of your mouth. Once you buy an asset, you buy something, then you want, arey wow, boss, बहुत अच्छा काम किया है. What are this thing? I want people to say that. You want confirmation about a lot of things, So confirmation is seeking out. Then you seek out people who have the similar opinions as you. You will cut similar publications that have the same thought process as you. Again, you will follow people on media, social media, who have the similar approach as you. And again, that's a dangerous thing because you're only getting one side of the equation, you're not getting the second side of the equation. It's better to get both sides of the equation. I mean, it's in fact very, very helpful to get the opposite of what you're thinking to come to a conclusion. And sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong, but at least you won't get dragged into this confirmation bias and think that you are right and everyone else is wrong. I love this slide. This is a herd mentality. Be careful when you blindly follow the masses. Sometimes the M is silent. Okay? So, this happened to me the other day. Yeah? A little while back, I was on a signal in Mumbai. Very busy traffic and all that. One person broke the signal. Second person broke the signal. Then a few other people broke the signal and people started honking. And I'm like, boss, it's red light. I'm following the law. I'm not going anywhere. But then everyone started going. And everyone rolled their windows, giving choices, abuses, started honking, like this, that, all this stuff they started doing. So sometimes it's comfortable with the crowd, right? I mean, in the markets, if you're following the herd and everyone is doing everything, everyone's doing it, I will also do it because my regret when things go wrong will be very less. So it's very hard to be a contrarian investor, but it makes sense to be a contrarian investor where you make your own decision. And this is where scams, people rig up the prices. It's easy when there's herd mentality going on. It's easier to rig up prices of things and unsuspecting other retail investors. So be careful about this. When too much herd mentality is there, just maybe it's better to stay away from it.
Anchoring bias. Listen, I think malls, retail shops, all are very good at it. I mean, if you go to the first picture, he doesn't want to buy it. The second picture, he thinks he's got a great deal. So people know about these things, right? I mean, these discounts, sometimes you're not really getting any discounts. When it comes to investments, it's about I see people, like I told you, lot of losers and very few winners. I'm like, boss, पैसा बनाया नहीं क्या market में? नहीं नहीं नहीं. I have sold off all the stuff that I'm making money. This is all below my buy price. So they are anchored to their buy price. I'm like, what have you done that this price is right? No, somebody has told me, so I bought it, and now this is the fair price of things. Now, sometimes it's better if you are with a bad investment, sell it out, because there's something called an opportunity cost also. So if you could sell this and get into something which is more useful, or it's got a better prospects, then it's much better. Otherwise, a double whammy. You're losing money here, and also you're losing on the opportunity cost. So don't be anchored to a piece of information or a price. Just think about it in a logical way, that why are you anchored to a certain thing. And maybe most of the time you're wrong, that okay, this anchoring is actually quite wrong for me. Endowment bias. What is mine is more valuable, what is yours is less valuable. I want to buy a house for 6 crores, but if it's my house, I want to sell it at 10 crores, right? And I find it very stupid, very amusing when people ask me, Neil, what mutual fund should I buy? I'm like, boss, I'm the owner of the mutual fund. I'm the CEO of the mutual fund. I get a salary from the mutual fund. All my investments are in the mutual fund. I am highly biased. I'm in love with my fund. Obviously, what do you think I want to say? So I find it very amusing when people ask me that. Another example is, me and my wife, a year back, we were getting a house done, and we go to a shop to buy furniture. I really loved this one piece of furniture. She hated it. And there we are arguing, no, babe, let's buy it. She's like, no, 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 don't, let's not buy it. And all that. Shopkeeper's like, why are you guys arguing? Take it to your house, keep it for a week. After a week, if you don't like it, you send it back. I was very happy because I knew endowment bias. Once it's part of my endowment or in part of my house, it's very hard that it's going to go back. So TVs, art, microwave, people say, अच्छा घर लेकर फिर एक वीक में बोल दो अगर चाहिए कि नहीं. 9 or 10 times not to come back. And endowment is when you have a house or you have your own assets, you fall in love with them. It's very hard to make rational decisions about them, and sometimes you're unable to sell it because you're always overestimating the price of that particular asset or that particular house. So be rational about what you own. Don't fall in love with what you own, and be very objective about it.
So these are just a few biases I spoke about, but there are a lot of other biases which can help you. So in the end, I just want to say that kill your greed, kill your laziness, control your urges, delay your instant gratification, know about your biases, try to overcome a few biases to make you a better decision maker and eventually a successful investor. Thank you.